What's up guys, this is Vic, or Victory, and welcome to the first gameplay analysis video of many more to come. If you're new to my channel, here's what you can basically expect as a recap from my last video. So on Mondays, and for every Monday in the foreseeable future, I will be posting a video of me playing a couple rounds in the Crucible with some live commentary just to keep you guys entertained. Each week we'll have a different loadout to see what things have changed and what things are worth pursuing. Then on Wednesday of that same week, so basically today and this video, I'll be analyzing my gameplay from Monday to see what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and so that I can try to make some improvements for my future videos. And then finally, Fridays will either be gameplay or some other sort of video that I think will be entertaining for you guys to watch, whether it's just random loadouts or digging up random old artifacts from my vault to use in the Crucible. Anyways, given that this is a Wednesday video, I will be analyzing my last gameplay, or I guess my first gameplay. And so now, ideally, I would find certain clips and then use those to highlight the point that I'm trying to make. But due to a lack of time, this video will somewhat be more on the general side of what I saw when I watched my game back. If you guys want to follow along, you could open up that gameplay, or you can just watch what I have going on in the background here. And then, so just as a reminder, the loadout that I'm using in this video is the Better Devils in the primary slot, Last Perdition in the secondary, and Outrageous Fortune in the heavy slot. I'm not using any exotics for weapons or armor pieces, just so that I can get a sense for where I am currently without any extra advantages. So with that, let's hop into the quote-unquote analysis of this gameplay. So now, before we get into the gameplay, I just want to apologize for the terrible video quality of both the webcam and the gameplay in the last video. I thought it was recording in 1080p, and I guess it was actually recording at 10. So hopefully that issue has been resolved for future videos, and I appreciate you guys for sticking with me through this malfunction. Alright, now back to the video. So this was my first game on in a few months, so I was really rusty. But now, generally when I log on, I find that most of the time, for the first couple games, I'm a little bit better than I was expecting. I do a lot of really neat tricks and whatnot, and I end up with like a 2.0 or a 3.0 KD, and then I eventually gradually get back to where I was for whatever reason. But I guess this time I decided to skip those first couple good games and then go straight to my crappy games. Anyways, let's just get into the gameplay, I guess. So what I noticed right off the bat is that I wasn't really using cover to my advantage. I was really just darting around the map as fast as I could. So how would I improve that? Well, ideally, I would be identifying the lanes for each map and checking them prior to just, flying or running through them. In addition, seeing as how it was control, I probably could have hung back a little bit instead of running to the zone to see if the other team would try capping the zone, and then I could use that as an opportunity to take a couple guys out. Also, I found that I would probably be more accurate shooting a hand cannon if I was blindfolded, as opposed to how I played in this game. I missed so many shots. So I'll need to really get a hand on that and figure out how I can improve my accuracy, because that was a huge reason for me either just trading kills or just dying in general, even when I had the initial advantage. So moving on from weapons, my use of the handheld supernova and my super was also somewhat poor. I mean, I got a few kills here and there, but admittedly, I thought that the handheld supernova had a bit more range to it, so I learned my lesson there. But as far as Nova Warp is concerned, I knew that it was nerfed, and I knew that you didn't have as much health as before, but I still kind of jumped out into the open and tried taking people out, which was definitely not the move, because I had no cover. So this either has to change So I either have to change myself, or I should probably switch to a non-roaming super for the next match. So if you guys watch the actual gameplay, the last video, you'll probably see that I basically didn't capture any zones at all. And given that it was control, I probably should have helped with that a little bit. But last but not least, I was dying way too much, which means that I was never really around my teammates, which makes it next to impossible to take out guys on the other team when they're grouped up. Team shots are one of the largest parts of D2 PvP, so I definitely need to work on that as well. So I think that's basically everything that I noticed, but if you guys are feeling somewhat ambitious, feel free to click on the card in the top corner of the screen and go back to the last video and leave me a comment on things that you think I could improve or things that you notice. And then come back here and drop a comment for a loadout that you would want to see me use in a future video. Alright, so that's all I have for this one, you guys. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment on what loadout you want to see in a future video, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications on future videos. Till next time, peace.